Before I start, I want to apologize for if I come off harsh. This topic I'm going to speak about, I feel it's very important, and that's why I'm a little hostile. Throughout history, there's always been conflict between two things. Like the past, we have fought, whether it's tribes or countries. It's not common, yet it is. We walk around believing the skies will always remain clear. All you'll see is that happy blue sky, when beyond this illusion is gray, black, the colors of what we believe to be its true power. We see fighting in many different ways, but it's how we approach it that makes it dangerous. To bring a knife to a fist fight isn't fair, so it makes a bomb to a gunfight fair. We look across the sea and automatically assume if they don't speak our language or eat what we eat, they're our enemies. But what does it mean to be human? We breathe the same air, do the same things, maybe for different reasons, but to get the same point across. War is one thing, but to take a fight and escalate it to the point where lives are now put in danger, what was your benefit? What was your reason? Because you wanted to? Because you can? We look across the sea and think they're the bad guys, but are they really? Is no one the culprit, or is everyone? 1945, Hiroshima, Japan. Blast of the past, am I right? But why there? Hiroshima is just another Japanese city. Nothing special, nothing new. There, every day just kept going like it should. Or did it? Hiroshima, Japan, a Japanese city. Something about it must be interesting for me to even be talking about it. Hiroshima was a Japanese city affected by World War II. All right. But it wasn't affected as bad as the United States, though, right? Because that's all that matters, us and no one else. Throughout history, only 2 nuclear weapons have been used. 2. But by whom? The United States. Us. A uranium gun-type device, also known as a little boy, detonated over the Japanese city Hiroshima. But for what reason? To end it quicker? I understand it's the military's job to protect, but is that protecting? If it is, then when they do it back to us unexpectedly, it's protecting. Doesn't that sound familiar? Unexpected attacks? These are weapons of aggression, surprise, and terror. So why use them? Because we don't want to be surprised, or because we don't agree and we believe we're right, or because we fear what we don't understand. So to rid ourselves of these fears and emotions, we do it by the quickest means possible. Nuclear war. Why is this all directed towards the United States? To be honest, it isn't. This is a message to everyone, to anyone that's willing to listen. The United States aren't the only people with these weapons. There are others. Russia, India, Israel, United Kingdom, China, Pakistan, North Korea, and France. No one is the bad guy and no one is the good. Nuclear weapons are a type of political strategy used to inflict damage on the opponent. During an aerial attack, you could shoot down 99% of the enemy's bombers, and that one plane that you missed could obliterate the entire city. War is something itself, but to add such dangerous weapons has gone too far. North Korea conducts several tests with nuclear bombs, but to attack their neighbors, they need to make warheads small enough to fit on missiles. The world is evolving with nuclear weapons by everyone's side. Every day we knock on war's door by having close encounters with the military aircrafts of the United States and Russia becoming more frequent, creating potential unwanted conflict. It only takes one misunderstanding to destroy something so perfect. Then why make nuclear weapons at all? Well, they're a tool to protect, yet to harm. Those beautiful blue skies won't always be there, but they won't disappear, just like nuclear war. No one intends to start a fight, but when they do, they must have a good reason. We make these weapons not by accident. Russia has a RS-24 Yars ICBM missile, Boray-class ballistic missile submarine, and more. We make these weapons because we fear the unexpected. If you can convince yourself to push the button, there must be a way to convince yourself not to. As North Korea escalates its nuclear weapons test and Russia promises to strengthen its nuclear weapons force, as the new president of the United States has openly tweeted that we must strengthen and expand our nuclear capabilities. Is that all we must fix? We must fix our most helpful weapon that destroys all we've lived to create. Earth isn't free. Nothing is. Earth isn't something to take for granted. Neither is nuclear war. With this weapon, we have found a way to hurt and demolish what we live to create. United we will stand, divided we will fall. As the next generation, it's your choice. Oh, I'm sorry about that. So which city will be next? We're very capable of destroying what we worked so hard to create. So which city? Mine or yours? Will we ever know? Probably not. Will we ever see those happy blue skies? Yes. But beyond it will always be black. Maybe one day we'll realize how much more we could have if we worked together. But until then, until we put the weapons away, that day will never come. You might think this doesn't concern you, but you're the next generation. You're the hope of this becoming a thing of the past. Only one thing is needed: logic, the understanding that winning isn't the same as obliterating your enemy. We can continue arguing and battling, or we can bring forth the day that everyone felt at peace. Every day we are closer to tearing apart what we worked so hard to create. Earth isn't perfect and it never will be. Everything created is unique in its own way. War is the only thing holding us back from our happy blue sky. And for the last time I'll say this, even if everyone thinks my expectations are crazy. But war will never really disappear. War is something itself, but it's how we approach it that makes it dangerous. And even if you want it gone, you saying it won't do it. But to build a better world, you must first learn from your mistakes. Everyone wants happiness, no one wants pain, but you can't have a rainbow without a little rain. Thank you.